Hey friends, it's Charles here with my favorite type of video of action figure unboxing. Here we have the Penta Oscuro action figure, the more dark and evil Pentagon Jr. Persona. Ever since I saw this advertised, I had to have it. You know, it's his iconic look with the same mask, but he has on a robe, he has the shovel, and a great figure. Like in the package is a little bit darker. This is from the Unmatched collection, and this is actually a pretty good line here. If you look on the back of the box, we have Penta Oscuro. We have Brody King, I believe his first action figure from a major company. I think he did have one of the Ring of Honor action figures. And then let's see what else. But yeah, this is the first very well articulated and major company figure for Brody King. We have Malachi Black. Looks like the suited version. I'm a pass on that. I don't like my action figures in suits. We have old school Ring of Honor CM Punk. And we have Buddy Matthews, aka Buddy Murphy. I have his Mattel figure. I will probably get the AEW figure as well. On the back, it has Dynamite 2/23/22 in Bridgeport, Connecticut was when this is worn. And it was when he was feuding with the House of Black, and they were trying to bring out the darkness in him. And so out came Penta Oscuro. Now, I am not a mint in box collector, so let's get this guy open and take a look at him here. I really do wish that these AEW boxes were more, easier to actually get the action figure out and preserve the box a little bit. It's a cool box, and it'd be great to keep my accessories safe in there. Let's see. Okay, no rubber bands. I got this from Ringside Collectibles at a very good deal. It was like around $22 with shipping. And so you cannot beat that with a bat or a shovel. Let's see here. Now, I am a huge Pentagon Jr. fan. I love his style. In the ring, I love the gear, the way he presents himself. And so I will buy virtually any figure that they want to put out of him. I want to get the one of him and his brother when they first won the AEW championships, but those are a little expensive. If I can maybe catch them on a flash sale or something, get them at a decent price. But let's compare them to the other figures I have. This was the first one in the line. His classic black and white look that he wore a lot in Lucha Underground. You get to see the tattoos. You have the face here with the tongue sticking out. The samurai lucha mask and the skull face paint on the bottom of the fig. And this is the black and gold Pentagon. And this is a little bit later in the line. As far as the body mold, it looks similar. This one looks a little bit more compact and lean. Those very first few lines from AEW were a little bit rough, and there were some sizing issues, but I think this looks a lot better as far as the actual look goes compared to number one, and as well as this, it looks like it's even a smaller figure. So we got those comparisons out of the way. Oh yeah, and here I love the painted dragon on the back of the mask there. That is a very cool feature. So let's get these guys out of the way and look at the new guy on the block. We'll start with accessories, and we'll keep it very basic. We have the hands. We have the Zero Nieto hand sign there. Very big hands. I guess they're gloved, so yeah. But even this extra hand is a lot bigger than these hands that are on here. But that's okay. I mean, it doesn't look too much out of scale. We have this shovel they brought with them to the ring during that time. And then, so now we get that out of the way. Let's actually take a look at the action figure itself. Okay, so the jacket is included in here. And usually when I've seen bulky wares from like Mattel, they actually hinder the articulation. But here, the top, this top rocker area is cut from the torso, from the hip. And so while it appears one big jacket, you still have all the mobility as if the jacket wasn't a part of it. And so I like that. And then we have the, let's see, yeah, the front here, that little front bib section is there. It's built into the jacket in the lower half. So you're not going to get a lot of hip articulation from the lower half. It acts almost like a skirt of some type. So you're not going to get big dynamic movements, but that's okay. This isn't one that I'm going to be moving around dynamically. Most likely I'm going to put it up here on my favorite shelf. He's going to be looking over me in my videos. And so we don't have to get a lot of movement from him. But we look at the articulation. The head is standard. The movement is, ball joint, hindered a little bit by the mask. But like I said, I'm not going to be doing a lot of action with this guy. We have the shoulders. There we go. Good motion there. Cut on the bicep. Double jointed elbows, which I am happy to see has been kind of a standard, with even the new Mattel Elites. They used to only put double joints on the Supremes, but they've really stepped their game up. And then we have the rotating upper torso. We have a swivel on the hip. It's not really that mobile. And then, like I said, we talked about here, the standard rotation here on the leg. And I believe, is there a thigh cut? There is a thigh cut that you can't see. Double jointed knees. And we got the pin joint here. And then the ankle rotates as usual. And we have a cut on the boot so you can swivel. And so even though, it does have a lot of this bulkiness, the articulation is still pretty good. We have these gauntlet style gloves that I really like. It is a great looking figure. Yeah, the boots are pretty standard. I don't know if he had a kit bag with this, but it's all black. Pretty much throughout the entire outfit until you get to the chest area. We have that little maroon red detail going on there. And even the star in the middle of the forehead is completely black. And so it is truly, his darkest form. I really dig this figure. I love, captures a moment in his, character's history. And you have the iconic look, but he switches it up. And that's the cool thing about him is while he has a very set look with his gear, he does a lot to add different, flair via color or variations, as opposed to, the upper part, just the, the coat right here, one piece. He's even wrestled without the top occasionally. And so he's always changing up in a very toyetic, wrestler. Somebody who, a lot of wrestlers like MJF, big fan of MJF, but his, look is very static. And so when you get this release MJF after MJF, I'm not buying it for a slight variation in a scarf, or a slight variation on the tights, or again with the wrestler like Orange Cassidy. It's it's a great figure. They did a lot of cool things with the with the pockets. First time I've seen that in an action figure, and with the T-shirt connected to the jackets. But outside of a slightly different t-shirt, it's the same action figure. But with Pentagon and even his brother Ray Phoenix, it's always a different look. And so, yeah, this has been my unboxing and review of the Penta Oscuro figure. Big fan of it. Like I said, I'm not going to do a lot of posing and a lot of picture taking with it. It is not the most mobile figure, but that's not why I bought it. I bought it for this dark look. Anyway, tell me what you guys think of the action figure, or what are some of your favorite AEW Jazzwares action figures. I am out, and I'll see you next time. Until then, be collecting them action figures. And remember, zero miedo, no fear. Let's go.